Today, let's begin with the 53 round. The title of today's lesson is Jesus Christ, Buddha, and Theosophical Society, as well as the present situation of the global village. In accordance with the plan of the spiritual group of the earth, it means the spiritual hierarchy of the earth, or the Great White Brotherhood, Jesus Christ became the abatar of the Pisces Age. Pisces Age means 쌍호궁시대 in Korean, 쌍호궁시대, and his appearance was done with the intricate plan. Furthermore, Buddha as well as lots of enlightened persons made effort to plant the high-level consciousness on the residents of the global village. After the Theosophical Society was founded, the members of it tried to know the mystic phenomena, and the earth has entered the fifth dimension already, and it is in the course of the change into the future paradise societies, escaping the past darkness. In addition to it, there are lots of excellent holy saints in the inner world of the earth. Well, let's begin with the Theosophical Society. In Korean, 신지학회, or 신비주의 종교 철학, 신비주의 종교 철학. This is a sort of human group in which they deal with mystical and supernatural phenomena deeply, and this attitude could not have been seen in the general religious group in the past. It is said that the spiritual hierarchy is deeply concerned with this society. Concerning the society, the great Maitreya Buddha mentions it in detail on the page 40 to 43 of the book Maitreya Buddha의 Message, The Awakening, English name The Awakening, which was published recently. This book, Maitreya Buddha의 Message, Awakening, 2,000 years ago, the spiritual hierarchy tried to plant the high consciousness, high light consciousness, namely the Christ consciousness on the earth. And a transmitting agent named Jesus Christ was chosen to be the avatar of the age of the Pisces. The age of the Pisces means 쌍호궁시대 in Korean, 쌍호궁시대. And he was protected by me, who was in the position of the Christ then. Like this case, the person Jesus Christ and the position Christ is different from each other, and we are all the parts of Christ. Well, that which Maitreya says here means that the position of the planet Christ and the personal Christ is different from each other. Presently, the position of the planet Christ of the Great White Brotherhood has been inherited from Maitreya to Jesus Christ. And therefore, Jesus Christ is the person whose name and position coincides with each other. Maitreya Buddha is now in the position of the planet Buddha, which is one step higher than the position of the Jesus Christ. And Sakyamuni Buddha is now in charge of the highest position of the planet Logos, which Sanat Kumara was in charge of in the past. And now Sanat Kumara is set to reside in the planet Venus. Here the position hierarchy is different from that of the general system of the earth. And the hierarchy was made due to the importance of the positions, and all of the members are in the state of equality. And so they are said to live with just the same human relationship as the brotherhood of the earth. The occurrence of the coming of Jesus Christ to the earth needed very detailed schedule of the performance. For a long time, the plan had been set up, and lots of masters participated in the plan. At the beginning of the real performance, it was successful. The holy love and the messages of the heavenly kingdom were inside of Jesus Christ's mind, and it was inherited to his disciples. In other words, the disciples became the transmitter of his teachings for themselves. And finally, they set up the Christianism. Before the Christianism was born, many avatars like Buddha or Zoroaster were born on the earth and tried to plant the Christ consciousness on the planet Earth. Well, I pronounce the avatar Buddha and Zoroaster now. I will explain these words to you. First, the word avatar means the partial or another person in the screen of the computer originally. But here it means the light existence who came from the heaven. The other word, Buddha, means Sakyamuni Buddha, of course. And lastly, Zoroaster is known to have set up the religion of Zoroastrianism. There are lots of masters in India, and they try to let the light stay in this country using high-level energy that we call the Christ consciousness. After that, there was another trial, and a lot of existences tried to have Christ consciousness fixed on the earth. For instance, Akhenaten, who was the pharaoh of the Egypt, had the ideology of the only one God of the sun. However, as the real power intervened in the dynasty, Akhenaten was assassinated, and the human beings began to shrink into the darkness. After 1800 years, through Madame Blavatsky and Colonel H. Olcott's difficult cooperation work, the Theosophical Society was born. And they tried to confer some true information on the persons who tried to plant the roots of the light on the earth. This Theosophical Society was set up thanks to the sacrificing help of the masters like Saint Germain, Kutumi, and El Moria. And in the background, there was my leadership. In this case, my means Maitreya Buddha, my leadership, and dual cult's help. After that, C.W. Leadbeater and Annie Besant accompanied them. My friends, a lot of information and knowledge was given to the ones who were ready to receive it, The books Isis Unveiled and The Secret Doctrine were written through the channeling messages by Madame Blavatsky. Once again, a transmitter who would work for Christ was chosen and came to be protected. After several years' discipline, Krishnamurti was chosen for performing this task, and he became the world teacher for himself. After that time, there are a lot of trials to enlighten people and give information to them in order to make the earth ascend to the world of higher vibration. Master Saint Germain was helpful again for the people to receive higher knowledge as he had Guy Ballard and his wife Lotus write the Unveiled Mysteries. And I am discourses with the writing name of Godfrey Ray King. This is the book Unveiled Mystery. Through this sort of method, some high-level knowledge or high-level knowledge was given to the people, and as the chance for the spiritual enhancement was given to them, the approach to the spiritual ascension began to be made. When you retrospect the past times, you may understand that those who suggested enlightenment, information, and direction to the people were the masters of the spiritual hierarchy. However, those who tried to change the doom of the human beings were only a few. Master Dual Karl, who was born in Tibet, forwarded the inspiration into Alice Bailey and sent her some messages. And through her new books of channeling, the basis for the New Age began to bloom. It is said that Alice Bailey was Zhangja of the old Chinese philosopher, 노자, 장자. So Alice Bailey was Zhangja, written by David Benston, 유명한 사람들의 전생 이야기, page 287. This is the 유명한 사람들의 전생 이야기, this book. Therefore, when a very high and special information is ready, it is sent to the persons who need it. My dear friends, we finally reached this destination. Now is the time for the people of the earth. This earth is alive and intelligent, and it has one position in the universe proudly. And the planet Logos Buddha pours the spirit into this earth. However, this planet has been ruled by the black power. In the center of the heart of this black power, there exists no public benefit. These dark power members trained the human beings with the darkness, horror, as well as poverty. And they think of themselves as the existences who are separated from the God of the universe. And they think that they have been discarded by God. However, it is the time for this earth to have the right position. The way to the right destination is just a transition from the third dimension to the fifth dimension. And this transition is the journey concerning the consciousness. Once again, the consciousness of Jesus Christ, the consciousness of Christ will be planted on this planet. And this time, it will be done in a large scale, and lots of light existence are now participating in this movement. This fact is at the end of the book, The Awakening, Maitreya Buddha message. At the end of the book, this book. This is what Maitreya Buddha told us about the Theosophical Society. Now is the times when we can listen to that which Maitreya teaches us through the channeling messages, and furthermore, we can come in contact with that which Sakyamuni Buddha and Jesus Christ tell to us. And therefore, we live in quite extraordinary ages, listening to those masters channeling messages directly. Master Jesus Christ wrote 5 books, and he first of all he transmitted the channeling message to the people of the earth, and they made the books, 5 books. The first book is 예수 그리스도의 메시지 1, 예수 그리스도, New Teachings for an Awakening Humanity 1, and this is 2, the book 2, and Inner Path of Light, 빛을 향한 내면의 길, 빛을 향한 내면의 길, Inner Path of Light, and Christ is born in you, Christ is born in you. Wisdom teachings from Jesus. 그리스도는 여러분 내면에서 탄생한다. This book. 그리스도는 여러분 내면에서 탄생한다. And save yourself. 여러분 자신을 구원하라. Save yourself. This book. And so Jesus Christ sent 5 books to the people of the earth. Next, Maitreya. In Korean, 미륵부처 or 미륵보살. Recently, a new book, The Awakening, Maitreya Buddha Message. Again, this book, Maitreya Buddha Message, was published at the publishing company 은하문명. General people have regarded him as an existence of a legend, but it is said that he resides in the capital city of the inside world of the earth, called Shambhala, and through the channeling messages which were received by Mrs. Henneck Jennings of Australia, he sends some meaningful sentences to the people of the earth. Well, let's look at the following picture. This is an image of Maitreya Buddha written by Henneck Jennings, Maitreya Buddha Message. This book. I'd like to write the sentences of the page 5 and 6 of the book concerning Maitreya directly here. When we consider the word Mirik, Maitreya, Mirik, which is generally used in the area of the Eastern Asia, it was originated from Burma, the old Indian language, Burma, Mitra, according to the study of the scholars. The word Mitra is the name of the god of the sun. Namely, it is the name of the god of bright light, 광명신, bright light. And in the religion Zoroaster, 배화교, religion Zoroaster, this Mitra was the son of the god Ahura Mazda. The word Mitra has the meaning of benevolence or compassion, and therefore, in the area of the Chinese letter civilization, they usually call this saint 자시보살, the compassionate saint. In this area, Mitra was translated into Mirik. Therefore, Mirik and Mitra have nearly the same sound. That is, Mirik is the sound translation of Mitra. Mirik is the future Buddha who will come down to the earth from the heaven in order to enlighten the people. Next, Saint Germain. He is now in charge of the temple of the violet flame in Telos, and one of the members of the Great White Brotherhood. According to the messages from Maitreya in the Book of Awakening, Maitreya Buddha Message, Saint Germain was appointed to be the Buddha of the planet by Sakyamuni Buddha. And a congratulating meeting was held in Shambhala, the capital city of the inner world of the earth. Therefore, Saint Germain is now in the mental or spiritual step of Sakyamuni Buddha of the past days. It is said that Saint Germain is one of the most revered saints, not only in our solar system, but in the whole our galaxy. When we look into his pre-lives, we can know that he was Christopher Columbus, and he was Francis Bacon, who really wrote the dramas of Shakespeare. And in the Middle Age, he was the great prophet Merlin of England. His most recent life was Saint Germain, an Earl of France. During the life of his Earl, he lived for about 300 years. But as he was wanted to be seen no more, he made some rumors that he died. Quite interesting, isn't it? And he did it several times. Presently, he is in charge of the violet flame at the temple of Telos, a city in the inner world of the earth. And he serves the energy of the violet flame to the visitors. Presently, it is said that in addition to Saint Germain, there is another person who has reached the level of Buddha spiritually, and his name is Jesus Christ. Therefore, there are all 4 saints who have reached the step of Buddha in the Great Light Brotherhood, the name of whom are Buddha, Maitreya, Jesus Christ, and Saint Germain. Personally, I have an opinion that Master Kuan Yin, Master Kuan Yin can belong to it. Now let's look at the following picture. It is the photo of the great Master Saint Germain. He looks like Christopher Columbus, who was the pre-life of himself. It is in the book Telos Volume 2. This is the book Telos Volume 2. And let's look at the next picture. This is the photo of Saint Germain of the present days. Nowadays, Saint Germain.